PsychTime. We have a great show for you today. We'll be talking about special topics in memory. Last week, we talked about various types of memory and how our memory for different events is stored in the brain. Today, we will be focused on the question, what factors can influence on how well you can remember a specific event? To help us today, we have a special guest that has flown in from Harvard University to help us go into depth with the topic. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dr. Desai! Applause!
Hi everyone, thank you.
Hi. Hello. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
So tell us, what are we going to be talking about today?
My objective today is to describe the influence of culture in memory, define autobiographical memory, describe the examples of extraordinary memory.
Wait. Before you continue. Donut?
No thank you, I'm okay, thank you.
Alright.
Anyway, I'm also going to describe the accuracy of eyewitness testimony and recovering memory.
Great! Let's get started! Hold that thought, Dr. Desai, and we'll be right back after this short commercial break.
I wish we got some cool gifts for Christmas.
Me too.
Wondering what to get your kids for Christmas? Well, look no further. Memory cards!
Yeah!
Get some every time.
And welcome back! Unfortunately, because of an incident at Harvard University, Dr. Desai had to go back for it. But luckily, her colleague is here to help explain to us everything. So, everybody, give a big round of applause for Dr. Kopelove! So Dr. Desai was going to tell us about cultural influences first?
Yes, well, cultural difference has a profound effect on how and what people remember. In many Western cultures, for example, being able to recite a long list of words or numbers, to repeat the details of a scene, and to provide facts and figures about historical events are all signs of a good memory. Unfortunately, people from other cultures tend to do poorly on these tests because, well, the material seems odd to them.
So, tell us about autobiographical memory.
Okay, but before we move on, why don't we show the audience a visual aid for better understanding of cultural influence?
Ich weiß die Antwort nicht.
Now, autobiographical memory refers to the recollection of our past and when those events took place. Autobiographical memory is central to self, to identity, to emotional experience, and to all those attributes that make up an individual. An enduring issue to autobiographical memory is childhood amnesia or infantile amnesia.
Can you go more into depth about this?
Well, research shows that people rarely, if ever, recall events that happened before they were 2 years old. One hypothesis for childhood amnesia is that the child's brain is not fully developed right after birth.
Interesting. Now, tell us about extraordinary memory.
Here's your order, Miss Marcus.
Oh, thank you, Ryan.
No problem.
It's so cold.
When it comes to extraordinary memory, there are two main types. There's eidetic imagery and flashbulb memory. Eidetic imagery enables people to see the features of an image in minute detail, sometimes enabling people to, look at a book just once and be able to recite a whole page. Well, now, flashbulb memory is the experience of remembering vividly certain events that happened a long time ago and all the incidents that happened after it. We interviewed a few local high school students, and this is what we got as their replies.
So Drew, tell us about your earliest childhood memory.
My earliest childhood memory was being lost on a beach when I was about 3 years old.
Can you tell us anything else about it?
It was pretty traumatic. I was lost for about an hour and my dad didn't find me.
So Alyssa, tell us what you remember about 9/11.
Well, I remember that my grandpa thought it was a movie, but he had Alzheimer's, so it was okay. My uncle is a pilot, and so we thought that he was on one of the planes because he was supposed to fly to New York that day, but he wasn't. He's alive.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
And people highly skilled at memory tasks are called mnemonists.
You know, you should really study for this too.
You're right. I'm done.
I see. Now, tell us about eyewitness testimony.
With eyewitness testimonies, they are correct most of the time. However, they can also be incorrect a lot of the time as well. This is called source error, in which people are sometimes unable to tell the difference between what they actually witnessed and what they simply imagined. We have a few examples for the audience.
Hello, ma'am. If I could just take a few minutes of your time to ask you a couple questions. Can you please describe to me your earliest childhood?
Oh my gosh, what happened?
Ma'am. Don't worry. It was all a test. Now, could you please tell us, could you please describe the attacker?
I'm not really sure. It happened so fast and she came out of nowhere, but she may have been short or tall, I'm not sure. Black hair, maybe a pink top, I'm not really sure.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day.
Thank you, you too.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm with the survey company. Can you just answer a question for me? All I need to know is, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Don't worry, ma'am. It was just a test. Now, what I'd like you to do for me is please give me a brief description of the attacker.
Okay. She had blonde hair and yellow shoes and a green shirt.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am. You've been a big help.
No problem.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Clearly, these testimonies were a bit off.
Now what about recovered memories?
But with this, people will create a memory, then lose it, then regain it because of hypnosis or psychotherapy. Frequently, the recovered memories often concern sexual or physical abuse during childhood.
Yikes!
You know, man, you've been looking kind of fat lately.
Mommy! No, Mommy!
Shut up! Why couldn't you have been a girl? Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Of course, no problem.
And will you give my thanks to Dr. Desai?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. Well, we had a pleasure being here, and we'll see you next week on PsychTime.